Hey Rams, thanks so much for tuning in to CTV Local Beats on Channel 11. This Halloween, I'm Hannah Montana.
And I'm Miley Cyrus, and we are so excited for tonight's show. We hope you're ready for all the spooky festivities.
As one of the most spunky and hip places in Old Town, the Artery is a big hit for Fort Collins locals who want to enjoy a low-key and casual night out. The Downtown Artery is a creative hub which fosters the work of up-and-coming artists. The Artery hosts concerts, comedy shows, karaoke, and many other events in their unique space. They recognize the struggles associated with taking the leap of faith to make one's passion into their profession, which is why they are so dedicated to building a community around art and providing a safe environment for those to express themselves. On September 20th, the Downtown Artery hosted the official debut of the Dead Jam House Band. In 2012, Dan Louise and Graham Miller were asked to host a Grateful Dead-themed open jam at a small venue, which led to their creation. The jam successfully consisting of prepared and practiced sets by the house band, as well as open jam sessions where other like-minded musicians could bring their instruments and perform together. Even though the Dead Jam House Band is basically a Grateful Dead cover band, they frequently play other covers as well as originals. The band has shared the stage with members of local favorites Dead Floyd, Stella Loose, and Cowboys Dead. With the Artery being the most recent, Dead Jam packed the house, and you can stay up to date on where Dead Jam will be next.
Speaking of performances, KCSU, our school's very own radio show, had Disturbance Happens, a local Fort Collins band, perform live in studio. Let's take a look. Well, that was a groovy performance, and we actually have the band Disturbance Happens here with us in the studio. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you for
awesome.
coming.
Yeah,
so if you could do me a favor, introduce yourselves and tell me your role in the band.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Well, I play guitar. My name is Ben. I play guitar and I sing.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Same with me. My name's Hank. I play guitar and I sing as well. And Ben and I trade off on some solos and stuff. So, you know, it's an even distribution for the most part. Yeah.
And my name's Scott. I'm just the drummer.
Awesome. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So how did you form your band?
Well, back when I was a sophomore, I'm a senior now. And when I was a sophomore, I was just playing guitar by myself, playing a lot of acoustic, and I actually joined a fraternity, and I met Lunsford, and he had a box cajon, and one night we were like at a party, and he was like, hey man, you want to jam? And it all kind of like started from there. We started playing, what, 2 or 3 times a week? Something
pretty
like
regularly,
that.
yeah.
A lot of the time.
For a while.
Then what was it? Probably 6 to 8 months later, we decided we need to expand this operation, and we got Ben in on the jams.
Yeah, I met Scott up at Pingree Park, the mountain campus with CSU, and we played some music up there. And he's like, I know this guy back in town. So this kind of came together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For sure.
Super cool. So if you had to classify your genre of music, what is it?
Blues rock.
Blues rock.
Blues rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we add some funk elements, but
Yeah,
primarily
definitely funky. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that comes along.
Awesome. So is that what you all originally started with, or is that like your favorite genre personally for each of you?
Yeah.
I'd say
Like,
so.
we pretty much
Yeah.
just started with the blues and built.
It's what I listen to.
Awesome.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely what I listen to.
Cool. If you had to say a band or artist who you look up to or who you model your music after, who would it
I
be?
know what you're going to say.
What do
Yeah,
you
I know,
say?
right?
What do you
I think we
say?
all individually could do
Yeah,
something
you go.
different.
For me, I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds so cliche, but I love Led Zeppelin. Like, if I think rock and roll, that's what I think of. But you're going to say AC/DC.
Yeah, I was going to go with AC/DC, 100%. It's just it's badass rock and roll, man. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go with Led Zeppelin as well.
Yeah.
Definitely modeled off of John Bonham and
Yeah.
that whole style.
That's awesome.
He's got chops.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Cool. Yeah, well, all great bands, obviously,
Yeah.
successful,
Yeah.
so you're doing a good job. Cool. So what's your favorite thing about being in a band?
I would say my favorite thing, for me, it's just like expressing the artistry of it. You know what I mean? It's such a stress relief for me, and it's fun to just like share music with these guys and like people in the crowd too. That's always a good time. And I don't know, creative space is important in my life at least.
Yeah.
I'm sure for you guys as well.
Yeah, for me it's the outlet, just being able to get it out, you know, because life is hard, and being able to play music with people you love and playing music you love, like, there's just nothing better than that, man.
Yeah.
It's
When you get
awesome.
locked in and
Yeah,
everything.
it's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's awesome. Sweet. Okay, so what is your favorite song that you perform?
Oh man.
Personally, I'd have to say a song Hank wrote called Sedated. It's honestly probably one of our longest working songs.
Well, it was the one that played on here earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
The one you
enjoyed
opened
that.
with, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's fun because we both get to rip and stuff. And
Yeah, and I really like the way Ben sings on Underwater, one of the songs we play.
Yeah, that one's fun.
You can, anybody watching, you can go check that out on our podcast thing with KCSU. So,
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate
No problem.
you guys being here in
Well,
your
we
jams.
appreciate you having
Yeah, we're
us.
Of
stoked.
course.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
thank
well,
you.
we will be right back, Rams.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Local Beats, Rams. The CSU Marching Band, bearers of tradition and familiar faces of our university for more than 117 years, proudly stands as Rams. As the largest and most visible student organization at CSU in 2018, the Marching Band maintains an annual enrollment of approximately 250 students, But it wasn't always that way. As one of the longest standing traditions, if not the longest, the CSU Marching Band formed in 1901 with just 13 students. Over time, the marching band's mission has remained the same, to represent the university, support the athletic teams, and entertain the fans, which they do quite well. Present at every home football game, the band not only created an exciting atmosphere at Hughes Stadium, but made our newly built stadium feel like home. The band shows a great sense of pride for all athletic teams, organizations, and fans in the way they perform and represent the university. They are a big part of everyone's CSU experience. Each fall, the marching band performs 35 times across the state and nation. Isn't that crazy? And in the spring, the CSU Pep Band plays at all the men's and women's home basketball games and NCAA tournaments. CSU's marching band even makes an appearance in the annual CSU Homecoming Parade, which the whole city of Fort Collins attends, it seems. CSU has been celebrating homecoming since 1914, long before even our grandparents were born. Starting on Laurel Street, the band made their way into CSU's historic Oval and finished at Canvas Stadium. As the band trailed the parade, the end served as the beginning of the homecoming pep rally to get ready for the big homecoming game. As the band puts in an extreme amount of effort and performs countless times, the smiles on people's faces when they start to play makes it all worth it. The CSU Marching Band is dedicated to representing our university in this unique way, and there is no doubt in my mind that the members of the band bleed Ram, green, and gold. You can find CSU Marching Band's full 2018 Homecoming Parade performance on YouTube by typing in CSU Homecoming Parade 2018 into the search bar. Now, joining us live in the studio is Bianca Vasquez, a fourth-year tenor saxophone player from the CSU Marching Band, to give us a little more insight on the band. So, Bianca, what got you interested in the marching band?
I have an older brother, and when I saw him go into high school, he joined the marching band.
Oh, very cool.
And it looked like a lot of fun, and I have always just wanted to be just like him, so I always knew I would join the marching band.
Very cool. Does he go to CSU?
No, he went to CU Boulder.
Oh, very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. So you just like kind of got inspired by him playing instruments and stuff?
Mhm.
Did you play any in high school or anything?
I started playing alto saxophone when I was 10, and then
Oh, wow.
I switched to tenor when I was in 7th grade and played tenor since then. So,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Very cool. So why exactly did you want to join the marching band? Like, what intrigues you about it?
It just looks like a lot of fun. Like, we go at CSU, like we perform at every football game, so it's a new halftime show every weekend. So there's a challenge to like learn new music and learn new drills.
Yeah.
So that's what intrigues me.
Very cool, very cool. So how has your experience been in the marching band so far?
It's been great.
Yeah, and this is your 4th year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So like, yeah, every year has been super fun. It kind of gets better every year because I'm older and I like know how it goes, and I get to meet the new freshmen every year, so it's more people I get to know, so it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So how do you think like being in the marching band has shaped your experience at CSU?
I don't know who I would be at CSU if it wasn't for the band. I've made all my best friends through marching band. So everyone I know has been through the band, and it's a cool experience to like say I've been to every football game and like all the parades and everything.
Have you ever missed like a game during the 4 years?
No.
No?
No.
That's crazy.
And I've never missed a rehearsal either.
Seriously?
So, yeah.
How often do you guys do rehearsals?
3 times a week.
3 times a week, so like at night?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So then my other question is kind of just like, what's your favorite memory about being in the band?
Probably when we closed out Hughes Stadium 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was really fun because every game was a different decade, so every show was based on that. And then the last game at Hughes, like all the lights shut off and the stadium was dark and like it was packed. It was super cool.
Oh, no way. I didn't go to that game, so I'm kind of bummed, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe next time. Well, not next time. But I'm kind of sad about Hughes, so
yeah.
Were you guys like really sad?
Yeah, I really like Hughes.
Really? Is it different playing in the new stadium?
Yeah, we like,
really?
Yeah, because at Hughes we were in the middle of the student section, and at the new stadium we're like secluded. So it's like a little,
because you guys are off to the side.
Yeah, we're off to the side. So I sometimes feel like people can't hear us as well, but but I really liked being at Hughes because like I can see all the students all around me and like watch them have fun, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then, what does it mean to you to like perform in the homecoming parade?
To me, it just like it means a like tradition because we do it. Like you said, it's been going on since like 19 whatever.
I think 1914.
Yeah. So that's a long time. So it's cool to be part of like 4 years of that. That it happens.
No,
every
definitely.
year.
It's been going on for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
it was so awesome meeting you
me.
and having you talk about the band. We'll be right back, Rams.
told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You are listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Mean Beats,
DJ Nightshade, DJ Wildcard. Music to me is one of the best creative outlets that I can think of. An escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
To go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
I work here because I love music, and you do too.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. Lauren and I, or better yet, Miley and I, hung out on the plaza and talked to students about their favorites in the music world. Let's take a look. Hey, what's up, Rams? This is Lauren.
And this is Riley, and we're doing Beats on the Streets.
Get a little heavy, but what was your reaction to the news about Mac Miller?
Oh, that was a big one for sure. I'm a big Ariana Grande fan.
Yeah.
So I guess all of that was just kind of like, I never really liked them together, and I feel like that's kind of everyone's talking about them together.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like it was sad because it was just like I've been affected by like drugs in my family, so just that is kind of it's sad. And
it is really
he
sad.
Needs help, and he needed help at least. It was
I agree.
What was your reaction to the news about Mac Miller?
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah. I mean, he was like I wouldn't say he was like one of my like top favorites, but like he definitely was very influential and like he was up there. So like, I mean, it's always sad when like the music industry loses somebody.
So then I'm going to list a few artists, and you're just going to have to decide between the two, okay?
Okay.
So Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Why?
I like her music better. I think it's more like her own in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like she's very original.
Okay.
Chance or Drake?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Probably Chance. Yeah, probably Chance. I mean, I'm not like huge fans of either of them, but I guess if I were to pick between the two, probably Chance.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
I don't know anything. I mean, I've heard of Nicki Minaj. I've heard Cardi B makes music for girls who wear SpongeBob sweatpants. That's all I've heard about Cardi B.
So Cardi B. Cardi B. So Lauren, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Definitely Cardi B. Bodak Yellow is my anthem.
Well, Rams, we'd love to hear who you think is better, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. You can comment on our Facebook or YouTube Live and let us know. But on a little bit of a different note, today is Halloween, and what better way to celebrate the holiday than to do this day in music history? With the many genres of music out there, there is one for everyone to jam to. Throughout music history, different genres have become well known through prominent singers and musicians' accomplishments. Here's a close look at some of the most prominent events that have happened on this very scary Halloween day in music history. For those die-hard rock and roll fans out there, Led Zeppelin, one of the most famous English rock bands, released their album Led Zeppelin II in the United Kingdom on this day in 1969. My parents aren't even old enough to remember this. Yikes. This band's heavy guitar-driven sound led them to become one of the founders of the heavy metal.
On a somber note, producer Joseph Papp, the founder of both the New York Shakespeare and the Public Theater, sadly died of cancer at the age of 70 today in 1985. He was a co-creator of A Chorus Line, the Broadway show. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember this music legend. Thank you.
For those Upper East Siders out there, Tupac, one of the most famous American rappers who was born in New York City, has also been considered by many to have been one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. But on this day in 1993, Tupac was arrested for allegedly shooting 2 off-duty Atlanta policemen in town to perform at a local college in Atlanta. Tupac was charged with 2 accounts of aggravated assault. His actions directly mirrored some of his best-known lyrics, which describe young black men as targets of police violence and discussed gang members shooting police officers. Who knew music could be so dangerous?
In 1988, the best year of them all, and no, it's not just because I was born this year. Well, maybe a little. KISS kicked off its Psycho Circus tour with a Halloween extravaganza in Los Angeles, California. It was no surprise that the Smashing Pumpkins were the opening act.
To kick off a special Halloween game day in 1999, Brian White, an American country singer, sang the national anthem at the Adelphia Coliseum in Nashville, where the Tennessee Titans just barely beat the St. Louis Rams in a close 24-21 victory. Following the game, White gave his second annual Halloween concert at the north end of the Coliseum. What's better than music and football, Rams?
One last thing, Rams. Please join me in wishing the girl who loves whipping her hair back and forth, Willow Smith, a very happy 18th birthday. Honestly, as much as I wish I was getting younger, it doesn't seem like she'll ever get any older. Which seems worse? Well, Rams, that's all I have for you in music history today. Coming up next on Local Beats, we will take a look at some of the upcoming Colorado concerts to get you pumped for the winter concert season. We'll be right back.
Listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Mean Beats,
DJ Nightshade,
DJ Wildcard. Music to me is
one of the best creative outlets that I can think of.
An escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
Go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
And I work here because I love music, and you do too.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Welcome back, Rams. As the summer months and the outdoor concert season has slowly faded, don't count the fall and winter concerts out yet. There are plenty of indoor concert venues right here in Colorado for you to visit during the cold months. The Aggie Theater, the Grizzly Roast, the Pepsi Center, and even the Fillmore Auditorium are bringing in some of the most popular artists for you die-hard concert goers and music lovers out there. Being the second largest concert venue here in Fort Collins, the Aggie Theater is known as a 16 and older venue located right here in the heart of Old Town. For those of you who don't have any Halloween plans, go catch 303 and Emma Knight tonight at the Aggie. It will definitely be a show and a Halloween you won't forget. If you tuned into our show last month, we hosted the Great Salmon Famine, who just so happened to be playing at the Aggie Theater on September 10th, so make sure you get your tickets now. The Aggie Theater is also featuring a ton of other artists next month, including Somo on Friday, November 16th, and Manic Focus on Saturday, November 17th. I promise these are acts that you do not want to miss.
Hitting headlines as one of the most popular and intimate venues in Colorado, the Grizzly Roast has their November calendar booked with some amazing artists for those country music-loving fans out there. This 18 and older venue has David Nail performing on Friday, November 2nd, Low Cash on November 10th, Eli Young Band on Saturday, November 17th, and Chris Lane on Saturday, November 24th. Personally, the Grizzly Roast is my favorite concert venue in Colorado, and I'm actually going to see Low Cash and Eli Young there next month, so I hope to see you everyone there.
As for one of the larger indoor venues in Colorado, the Pepsi Center is a multi-purpose stadium as it is home to the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Avalanche, and even serves as a concert venue. As for probably one of the most popular artists making an appearance in the Mile High City is Russ, who will be rocking or rapping the Pepsi Center on Friday, November 2nd, while 21 Pilots makes their appearance here on Monday, November 19th.
For the last venue, and a venue I've actually never been to, the Fillmore Auditorium is bringing superstars like Brockhampton in on Thursday, November 1st, Ice Cube on Thursday, November 8th, Iggy Azalea on November 23rd, and Gucci Mane on Wednesday, November 28th.
Well, Rams, that's all we have for you on upcoming concerts, but I know that the fear of missing out is so real, so make sure to get your tickets to these shows as soon as you can.
Even if you aren't able to make it to a concert this winter season, don't worry, Rams, because Spotify will have all the hits this winter season right at your fingertips. With the fall of Apple Music and the rise of Spotify, millions of users each day use this app for its wide variety of playlists, especially its global top 50 track highlighting the most current popular songs. Here are the top 5.
The #1 trending tune is Taki Taki by DJ Snake featuring Selena Gomez, Cardi B, and Uzana. This song has over 5 million daily plays. Its rich Spanish lyrics and fast-paced beat keeps fans coming back for more.
In second, another Spanish tune takes the charts. Mia by Bad Bunny featuring Drake, the In My Feelings artist, collaborates with Bad Bunny, a Spanish rapper, to create a popular song with close to 4.5 million daily hits.
Happier by Marshmello featuring Bastille takes 3rd place in Spotify's global top 50. With over 3 million daily hits, the EDM tune makes listeners simply feel happier with its upbeat vocals and instruments.
And we're back to another rap song with ZZ by Kodak Black featuring Offset and Travis Scott. This song encompasses 3 of the top rappers right now, which is probably why it has 3 million daily hits. Its catchy chorus continues to blast out of car windows on campus.
And finally, my favorite of them all, taking spot number 5 on the charts, is Shallow with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Fans are ecstatic about their new movie, A Star is Born, and even bigger fans over this love-strung soundtrack with almost 3 million daily plays. Shallow steals the hearts of people all around the world.
Spotify is constantly updating their global top 50 playlists with new tunes coming out on the daily. Don't forget to check it out for all your new music needs. Well, Rams, that's unfortunately all the time we have today on Local Beats. I know me and Riley mentioned this was our last show this semester, but we now have one more, and we're so excited. Be sure to tune in and join us on November 28th for our actual final show of this semester. Well, Rams, you got the best of both worlds tonight with Hannah and Miley, and we'll see you next time on our last show of the year.